before I get into more detail, I love God, and these are really pretty. These are my pigtails. So yeah. I just want to wear them actually for the live. Like, I'm not wearing these later. I don't like looking like a puppy. Okay, so I just want to talk about motivation again. I know we've talked about this a million times, but I feel like it needs to be said that motivation comes from within. And I'm pretty sure we've talked about that before too. But it really comes from, like, at least for me, it comes from a source, like God, like the source of God, but it also comes from within. So, which is from God. So, whatever we're trying and striving for in life, we have to remember that God is behind it, that God can help us through it. So there was a time in my life where I almost like didn't pray because I just felt like I could almost do it on my own. It wasn't exactly like that, but it was more of like, I need to do this kind of thing. But that's not true. Like, prayer is so helpful, and we can't do anything without God. There was a song I was listening to, I think it was yesterday. Oh my gosh, a ladybug just landed. It's called Lead Me by Song Two's Real, and it's a really good song. So it basically portrays that, like, I look around and see my wonderful life almost perfect from the outside. In picture frames, I see my beautiful wife always smiling, but on the inside, I can hear her saying, lead me with strong hands, stand up when I can't, don't leave me, hungry for love, chasing dreams. But what about us? Show me you're willing to fight, that I'm still the love of your life. I know we call this our home, but I still feel, I think the ladybug likes this, alone. And then he goes, I see their faces, look in their innocent eyes. They're just children from the outside. I'm working hard. I tell myself they'll be fine. They're independent, but on the inside, I can hear. Okay, I can't do it that long. But I can. But my voice is kind of hurting today. Basically, it's saying he can't do anything without God. He, is in need of God, and he says, and in the end of the song, he's like, so I can give them. So he's like, it's kind of hard to remember it. Hi, Blaze. But he's like, so I can, oh my gosh, I wish I had it in front of me. But he's like, so we can call this our home, Father, lead me, 'cause I can't do this alone. And it's basically portraying that we cannot do anything without God. Okay? And actresses and actors and people all over the world that have mocked God and said, like, we can't. I'm just trying to read these messages. Somebody wrote, there is no God. I don't understand that. But I am thankful for you all talking on here. So guys, this is my ring. Actually, I don't know why it's on that hand. I usually put it on this hand, but it means that I'm married to God. And basically it means like my whole life consists of him. And if a guy comes around, well, darn, that'd be cool too. But like, I'm his. So, where am I from? I am from America. I am. Jesus was gay. He used. Oh my God. I don't even know if I want to like respond to any of these. They're horrible. Okay. The person that said, where is God? God is everywhere. And you either need to prove to me that there is no God, or I'm not going to believe you. Because I've experienced God. So, greetings from Germany. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. So we have to get back to what we were talking about. Oh my gosh, whoever just said I love God, I love that. I love God. I think that's so cool. And we should like make this whole podcast about like loving God. I think it's so true. People on here, people are so like broken in the mind that like they're just like, God is not real. First of all, if God wasn't real, you wouldn't be here. And something happened in your life to make you think that way. So, but so we were talking about motivation. But the thing I want to tell you guys was, other than I love God, my brother has this shop, and like above the shop is this house, and he wanted me to bring, he didn't say this, he wanted me to drive around and bring down these really big, heavy gallons of like, I think it was oil. And I was like, you know, I could bring it around, like drive around, or I could bring it down by myself with my two hands. And so I did. And it was heavy as heck. The whole time I'm like panting and all this stuff. But I think that, sorry, I was just reading a message. But I wanted to show that you can do anything that you believe in, especially through God. And I will show you guys my muscle now. It is so cool. Look at this. Like, are we talking muscle or are we talking muscle? Those who ask me where I'm from, I don't really want to give that out. It's nothing against you guys at all. I just, there's kind of a story behind this. I gave out my information, not like my address or anything, but like I gave out my information to this black guy one time. And he almost stalked me. And I'm just like, I'm not doing that again. So just can't do that. Can't do that at all. Love from India. Ooh, yay. Ooh. But yeah, so motivation definitely comes from within, but it also comes from God. So I can't stand laughing about this because it's just so funny. But when I was in the psych ward, so for those of you who have gone through psych ward days, I'm there with you. Like, they were the most horrible days of my life. But so I got taken to this hospital, this mental hospital. Okay. And I've told the story before, but for those of you who didn't hear it, this is hilarious. So I'm in this like emergency room. I don't know what the like heck it was. I would almost say what the hell, because it was like hell there. Horrible things going on in this room. I'm not even going to go into detail, but like there was like a fish tank. Somebody said, I think I am God. That's interesting that you would say that. We should bring up a topic like that because they say you can be Christ-like, so you can be God-like. Somebody wrote, hi, you are beautiful and God bless you for believing him and he is our savior. Yes. Thank God. Praise God. God is the best thing possible. These comments, keep them coming. But what were we going back to? Oh, so I'm in this emergency room thing. And we were like, okay, let's just stop this real quick. I believe in Jesus, but not in God. I don't even know how that's possible. Not saying to cut you down, but Jesus is God. I don't understand that. Okay, so I'm in this emergency room. There's a guy laying on a couch. I can't even go into detail, like I said, but sorry, comments just keep coming up and little hearts and stuff. So I go in this room. There's just horrible stuff going on. There's like a fake fish tank and like this girl talking to herself and saying she's going to like hurt me. And like, there's just stupid stuff going on in this room. Okay. There's like cops on the side. There's a window of people looking in and I'm scared, terrified, out of my mind. And I'm just like, I need to get the heck out of here. You know what I mean? I mean, of course you do. So I go over and they have like this keypad to like put in the numbers to get out the doors. And I kept putting in 911 because I was saying in my mind, and I couldn't think that well because there's just too much going on. And I'm like, I'm going to say 911 and it means like call Mary, you know, Mary, the mother of God. And I kept doing it. Eventually they got pissed because they thought I was trying to get out. And they're like, don't do that. Of course I kept doing it. But so I get over, and it's kind of hard to describe, but I'm going to describe to you guys what a thought prayer is. It's really hard to describe, but somebody wrote, God is the most wonderful person. He is our savior. Same with Jesus. Somebody wrote, oh my goodness. Believe in God, guys. Just believe in God. So I'm like in this room. They're trying to seduce me with like drugs and everything. I don't even know what they wanted to do, and I don't even want to know. But I was like, I need to get the heck out of here. So I didn't know what to do. I'm in this room, and it's just like horrible. So I'm like, I need to get the heck out of here. And so I looked around, and I saw this fire, like glassed over fire thing. So I'm like, if I hit the glass thing, or it was like plastic, but I'm like, if I hit it, hard enough, it'll send off the fire alarm, and then, you'll have commotion that I can get out. So I'm like, how am I going to do that? I'm looking around for like a block or like things that I could throw at it to make it open. I'm sorry if I'm tearing up. This is such a traumatic thing to talk about, but it's interesting. So then I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going to pick up this couch, and this couch was heavy as heck. It was probably about 300 and something pounds, and it was big. It wasn't like a little couch. It was like gouged out. And so I'm looking at this green couch, and I'm like, there is no way I'm going to do this. I am not eating right now. I'm not drinking. I'm on drugs. I'm, weak. There's no way I'm going to do this. And at the same time, there was a voice in me that was like, you're going to do this. And I'm like, so this is where it comes like God. I think I asked God for help. And then I was like, you know what? I am going to do this. And so I like reached down, and I picked up this couch that was like hard as heck, threw it at the fire thing. It hit off, and it didn't break it. I was pissed. And, but anyway, so that just shows like when we're at our absolute lowest, we can still do stuff, and we can still, reach our potential, and we can still fight back. And a lot of the things I went through, I think that Jesus went through similar things, but like worse. And so it just makes me love God more. But that shows that it is all in your mind. Like if you think you can be Spider-Man, like, you probably could. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's not. Like, God walked on water. You know what I mean? Like, even though he was God, Peter walked on water too. But then when Peter started to doubt, it's the problem with doubt. Like, when you start to doubt, then you sink. And Jesus says, oh, ye of little faith, why didst thou doubt? Yeah. Okay, so guys, yeah, that story was probably pretty creepy for you guys, but it's true. Somebody said you don't believe in evolution. No, absolutely not. I had a time in life where I was like questioning God almost, questioning going to church, things like that. And I am not going to be, I'm going to be honest. I don't really like the church I go to. It is very, I don't know what the word is, but the thing is that's basically everywhere. And I don't know, you look around you, there's stuff everywhere. And then I wanted to tell you this story because I don't know if I've ever told you guys this story. And sorry, I gotta get something off of there. But yeah, I absolutely do not believe in evolution. It is not true. If you want to think that you were made from a monkey, that's weird as heck. So, I was in this Chipotle, I say Chipotle, but I think it's Chipotle, restaurant. And this scrawny little guy is like on his phone texting by where you pick up Grubhub and stuff. And I was going to pick up Grubhub, and I picked up my stuff, and I'm going out, and this big black guy comes in, and there is no racism in this he was a bully. And he comes over to the guy and is like, people get food from there, And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's not happening. And I said, you get away from him now. And he was like, and I was walking out at the time when I said that. And so I start walking out, and he started walking out behind me. And I wasn't scared. To be honest, I haven't been scared for a long time because I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength, So I'm going out, but I wanted to pray because I don't want to get in a fight. I just don't want the police or anything. So I'm like, God, help me or help him go away or something. And it was really strange because you would think this guy just wants to hammer me. And I turn to the left and I'm going, and he comes out and I'm still walking. And then he turns to the right and he goes to his car. And I'm like, well, thank God. You know what I mean? But my point is, that guy was huge. Okay. He was not even a security guard. He was huge. He had muscle. But we don't put up with this stuff. This is America. I think that a lot of the problems that we face are because of fear. And I think that if everyone stood up for their beliefs or their children or things, and a lot of people aren't as strong as me or my brother or just different people, but have faith in God. Yeah. And then I wanted to bring up the fact that there are still martyrdoms happening today, and it is very sad. But in other countries, I forget where this was, and that's really bad because I don't know, but they beheaded 61 or something Christians just to show that they hate God or something. That's horrible. And there was one saint. His name was Blessed, or he was Blessed, but I think he was a saint. Blessed Miguel Pro. He was this priest that they did not want being a priest. And so they were we're going to shoot you. And he really didn't care. And he just held his hands out like this, like Jesus on the cross. And he said, Viva Cristo Rey. And then they shot him. And he actually didn't die from the shooting, which is just horrible. But he eventually died. But that's just it shows so much that we need to believe in God. We need to, if you guys don't believe in God for whatever reason, you need to be within yourself and you need to figure out why. Because I'm going to be completely honest, God is real. And if you don't find that out, you could end up in hell, and it's not a good place because I've actually been to hell before. Not the hell, but a sense of hell. So trust me, you don't want to go. And I have this. It's a scapular, just so you guys can see it. So pretty. It's my new one, and I actually got a new rosary. It's really pretty, but I don't have it up here. But yeah. All right, y'all. Well, you guys take care. Have a great weekend and love God. All right. Bye. 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 God bless.